Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are discussing on birthday project phase one, birthday project phase one, and this is video number two. So as we know, we have master data extension. We need birth date field in it, which should be of data type date. This is required. We need an email, okay, and anything which is missing. So birth date value, if it is present or not, we'll try to figure it out later. But first, we'll be creating a birth date field in our master data extension. So I'll move into my master folder. I have master data extension. I'll click on it. And I will be adding that field. So we have ID, email, first name, last name, sign up date, created date and modified date. I have 20 records in it. And I want to add a new field. You can just click on edit field here. Since it was not present, I'm adding that field. And since this field is getting added newly, there are no empty records. It's not zero records. It has to be nullable. And very importantly, it should be of type date. And it should be nullable. We are not giving any value to this birth date field, not even the current value like this. It should be nullable. If you don't make it as nullable, since there are 20 records already in place, it won't allow you to create it. So birth date, date data type, and it should be nullable. I'll click on save fields, take the mouse away, wait for the screen to load. You have to completely wait this in the real world implementation also. After you create a new field within the existing data extension based on your requirement, then you have to wait for this saving fields should happen behind the scenes because it will be a soft UI for you people. It will be handling which has to. Now, after doing this, you have to reload the browser. Okay, reload the browser, check it out once again, confirm it in two places. One is in Email Studio, since it is UI. You people are using UI, but behind the scenes, it has to run a query. Behind the scenes, it has to run a query. So since it is loaded now, I'll go back to my master. I'll go back to my master. And this is the field. Yes, it is present. And I know that this will be empty, right? Because they have not given the dates, right? Now, updating this one, we'll try to do it manually or upload it. We'll decide that later. That is not an issue. So we have a birth date field. Now for this birth date field, as we know that this is the one which we'll be using. Okay. So I'll go back to my master as usual. And since this is the welcome journey filter D, I'll click on this and I'll move it. So we have to discuss on the previous project also. But for now, let's concentrate on our welcome project and I'll move it. Phase one. Okay. I'm just moving this automated filter D. We have this master data extension. Now, as usual, I'll be creating a separate folder for birth date. Birth date is the field name. Birthday will be our folder. Birthday phase one. Now, according to the requirements, we need to send an email. If email is present, that's great. If it is not present, we need to create it. If it is not present, I need to create it. So birthday phase one. So this is just a folder structure. I'll go to content and let me check whether we have those images required for to build this email content. First is data. We need to fill that data. That is in real world that should be taken care. So we have this birthday folder. We have images folder. Let's see whether we have images or not. Yes, we have two images. This is the image which we will be using. So do we have the email created? Not yet. Do we have the content blocks? No, not required for now. But I need an image. I need an image which is a logo. Okay. So just give me a second. Probably I need to go into the Hmm. Kavya, can you give me the URL which I shared with you yesterday, which is related to the logo? Do you have that logo linked?
Yes, sir.
Share it in the chat window so that I'll show it to the others, the logo part. Then we'll be creating the email and we will be moving. Email will be very simple. We're not complicating it as usual.
I'll check, sir.
If you have it, that's great. If not, don't worry.
I'll see, sir.
Perfect. So now we are trying to create the email and it will be a very simple email. I'm not complicating the email part here since we are just making it simple. So I'll be creating an email in the birthday folder and the right of create email message. And now it will be a template based one, a simple one, which will be of this one, basic one column. It will be named as birthday email, July 4th, 2020. Okay, save, next. So first one will be an logo. As I mentioned, I'm not complicating this one, so it will be pretty simple. Let me sort it out with the help of name. And your logo. This looks good, perfect. Scale to fit will fit it like this. If I uncheck it, it will be like this. Anything is fine for now, don't worry. This is NPO logo. The second image will be from the birthday folder, which is known as birthday hooray image. This one, birthday hooray image. If you don't have it, just try to check with me. So this is our birthday image, okay, or hooray image. So very simple email, very simple email, and this will be our subject line. Hooray! It's your birthday, but with condition, celebrate with 15% of your next purchase with the code. Okay, so let me type the subject line. Subject line. Hello, double percentage. First name. I know the field name, so I'm typing it. Hooray! It's your birthday. It's your. In real world, it will be provided by your client. 15% coupon code. So this one, 15% coupon code. Don't give the coupon code. Coupon code is birthday bash. Don't give it on the subject line itself. So hooray, hello first name, hooray, it's your birthday. That is the subject line. I'll share it all up with you people. So 15% coupon code inside. Okay, I'll save it. This is a pretty simple email which I have created and we are good. So two components are ready. One is the birthday field, which was missing in the master D. Email is ready. Now it's time to automate it. In automation, step one, we need to create data filter. Step two, we need to create filter activity. Step three, we need to create automation. And in that, we have three steps. Two is enough, but I'll go with three. I'll explain you why. Step number one, add filter activity. Step two, add verification activity. You might be wondering why. You'll learn it today. Step three, create and add send email activity. Okay, or you can just create data filter, create filter activity, create automation. These are the three steps. Create and add send email activity. You can do it in the same steps. Good. Now, since we have all the steps defined, so we have to do it one by one. Where do you create data filter? It is in Email Studio. Where do you create filter activity? Filter activity has to be created in Automation Studio activities or within the auto. Anyway, okay, let's go one by one. So we have to create a, we're creating the birthday folder in all the places wherever it is required. Let's go one by one. So we have the email. So we have to create a data filter on master data extension. So the first one is the folder under birthday. Data filter, birthday folder. Now I'll be creating a filter act. Create from data extension, which is master. So we will be not sending email to master most of the time. It will be a filter or a query. So birth date is equal to today. So today means it is true whenever you run it. If you run the automation today, it will check for today's date. Okay. But very interestingly, we have to use anniversary. We'll see this in action, don't worry. And account time zone is very important. If you don't select this, it will be in Central Time Zone, which is CST of USA. I'm using equals now. Don't worry, we can change it. Birth date is equal to today. I'll click on save and we are trying to put it on master. So this will be named as birthday data filter. Birthday data filter, which will be stored in this folder called birthday. And this is our step one. Create data filter. Create data filter. What is the name we gave? Birthday data birthday. This is the name what I've given. Next, we have to create a filter activity in Automation Studio activities. So once again, I'll be creating the folder birthday. Everywhere I'll be ensuring that the team, if I am working with a project team or if they are working with me or if we are working together, so I'll be showcasing one time a folder structure. So you people have to just jump into those folders and check for that. So go to filters and I'll be creating a folder called birthday. I'll go to overview tab. Under my automations, I'll be creating a birthday folder. And with respect to send email activity, we have user initiated, right? There is a subfolder. We need user initiated. Let me check in Email Studio. It should be there. There might be new releases coming in where they might have removed that. Yeah, we have user initiated here. Expecting the same user initiated there. So now it's good. So under user initiated, I'll be creating a birthday folder. But I cannot create the activity yet because I need the actual data extension. Now, when we are creating the filter activity, you have to create the name and also the data extension name. First, it is birthday filter activity. This is the name of the activity. Data extension name. From yesterday's video, I'll be creating auto underscore birthday underscore today underscore FD, or I'll make it as one word. So birthday today, why it is birthday today? You'll know that later. Auto means this is the data extension which will be refreshed by Automation Studio filter activity. FDE stands for filtered data extension, and accordingly I'll naming it. Okay. You can follow the convention from your team or from your client. So it's time to go into Automation Studio activities. Create an activity which is filter activity. Why do we need to filter it? Because we are not sending email to everyone. So this is the name, and it should be picking this one. Birthday data filter, very important. And folder location is important to select. You'll get used to these things as and when you progress in your learning. This is the name of the activity. This is the filter what we are picking, which is running on master.de, and this is the folder where it will be saved. And the next screen, you have to provide a unique name to your data extension. This is the data extension which will be created now, and every time data will be refreshed and placed in this data extension. So now we have the filter activity. So since we have filter activity, if you go and check your email studio, there should be this data extension created in master D folder. Why master D folder? It is by default, any filter D will be created in the same folder from which the filter is created. So this is the data extension created, which is filtered and managed by Automation Studio. I'll just move it to the known location so that it is easy for us to understand. This is phase one. So it is zero records. Don't worry, there will be records. So what did we complete? We created data filter. Then we created filter activity with this name, and this is the D name. Now it's time to create an automation and place it. Anything which is missing will add it. So now it's time to go to Automation Studio, and then, so today we'll be testing our automation, and from tomorrow it will be like, so I'll go to birthday. I'll create a new automation birthday folder, which will be scheduled, which will have first as filter, second one as verification, and third one, it will be a send email activity. 3 steps. What is the name? Birthday today automation. Why it is today? Because we are sending the email today. In future, we'll be sending in different dates. So that is the reason. Birthday today automation. That is the name. I have clicked on save. Configuration will do it later. Filter is ready. We can pick it. This is the filter, which is responsible to run the condition on the master D and populate the D called auto birthday today FD verification. If this data extension, don't forget to save it. If this data extension, for some reason, if it is zero records, if it is zero records, for some reasons, if this data extension, I'm trying to configure the verification activity, you'll see this in action. Verification activity is configured, and if this data extension is having zero record, you can do a lot of condition is equal to 0. If the auto birthday FD is 0 records, we want to stop the automation and send a notification to Chandra Prasad or any other team member stating that birthday filter DE is having 0 records. Okay, we'll learn about this in detail now, so don't worry. So if this is 0, it will stop the automation. So we want to send the email as we know it, but to send an email, don't forget the fundamentals. What you need to send an email? As usual, we have decided and we know that we need send classification, we need target DE, we need subject line pre-header body, and we need, what do we need? Send classification, that is publication list. Publication list and send classification. If all of them are ready, you can configure this here, or you can configure this in activities. Before switching, don't forget to save it. Always in the best. Under activities, we have birthday folder. I'll be creating one today. Send an email. It's the same set of screens what you do manually. First, you'll select the message, then you'll select the target D, and then you'll be selecting the email. So content, email, under emails, birthday email, birthday email. Okay. Next, you should name this is birthday face UIE. What is UIE? User initiated email. Birthday phase one UIE. It will be stored in this birthday folder. It will be sent from Chandra. See, this is good. 15% coupon code inside. This is good. Hello, first name, today it's your birthday. This is good. And this is the email content what we are sending. Perfect. And it will be sent to the new folder, which is new data extension. Is it sendable? No, it is not sendable. Why it is not sendable? Because master D is not sendable. So when master D is not sendable, since filter DE is created exactly the replication of the master D from the UI, you did not create it. You can go to overview tab, data extensions here, and you'll see this DE. Open it. Only in this case, I'll be having multiple tabs and make it as sendable. Now, will it be reflected? It will not reflect here immediately. So I'll go back one screen and come back to next screen, hoping that it will be visible. If it is not visible, I have no other option other than recreating this. This is the reason I will never suggest to use like this. One tab here, some people will duplicate like this. Duplicate, duplicate. Please don't use multiple tabs. Switch it if required. I'll click on cancel. Create an activity from fresh. Hope you got this. So why is that I'll be not using multiple tabs? People who are experienced, they might use it. I will never suggest to use it because if you want to make changes, you have to go to the respective studios and builders, and then I'll reload this browser since it is not allowing. Meanwhile, I'll try to bring my power cable. Let it load. Okay, it is loaded. Create send email activity. And if there is no publication list, I have to use it. Okay. So if not, let's see. Publication list is always a perspective birthday. Birthday UI in the birthday folder. Subject line looks good, pre-header looks good, send classification from name looks good. And now target the birthday phase one. Now it is visible because now it is sendable. And I have to select a publication list. We have cases, students, and welcome emails. So in this use case, we can use the existing one or ask the team to create it and come back and recreate it. For now, I'll go with all subscribers. I'll explain you what will happen and why we will not select all subscribers. That is one pending task from my end. Now I'll go to next. Do I have the folder for birthday? No. I'll keep it in my tracking file. Okay. Next, I have to make changes. This information is correct, and you'll have the finish button, but not the send button. Why? This will be sent from automation specific. You will not send it. That's the reason you configure everything, save it. Now in birthday today automation, and you just click on the choose button, birthday folder, select this, and done and save it. So we are ready. We want to configure this for starting from tomorrow, and its time will be around 10:30 a.m. Okay, anytime it has been decided, and this will be executed for once in a day, and it will end on month end. But I want to run it on 31st also. So you have to select the next date. I'll go with 31. So the recommended time, use the recommended time. So it is asking to go with 10:39. I don't know why, but it's fine. This is the recommended one, 10:39. That's fine. 10:30 to 11 o'clock email should go out. Denotes daily ones on date, and I'll click on that. Now, before I send it, before I activate it, I just want to see. You have to be very clear. This is running on master data. And if you use this run once, and if there are some data, it will run and send the email. Watch my screen. First thing, I will use this. I'm testing it on master D. Don't do it in real world because it will make the actual send. I'll use all the three steps. I know it is our data, but don't do it. So let's see. Don't worry. So first filter should run, then verification activity, and then send email. After you click run once, go to activity tab so that it is running. You can stop here also, but I'm not stopping. Switch between workflow and activity. What happened? It is auto birthday today FTE. Auto birthday today FTE. And I received an email stating that it is out of box. What it is telling? It is telling that your data extension has zero record. There are no one to celebrate the birthday. Birthday today automation stopped. Why? The target data action had a count of zero records. This is the note which I typed it. Birthday filter D is having zero records. What will happen if I don't do this? Let's see that. This step is not executed because of this step. Now, I'll just push this to the last step, okay? Just for learning, okay? Don't worry about this one now. Just concentrate on step 1 and step 2, which is the same thing which we are doing in welcome journey or welcome project. Step 1 is filter, step 2 is sending email. I'll click on run button now. Step 1 will run, and then step 2 will run. What will happen if it runs? Let's see. What happens if you don't have verification in place? Verification is one of the beautiful activities which I love a lot. It was not there before, and it was a tedious thing for anyone to track it. So let's see what happens. On step 1, automation will run the filter. Filter will populate the data. Since there is no data, there will be no one in the filter D. Okay. And step 2 is running. But who it will send the D? There are no one in the D to send the email. Okay. Will it be having any impact? Yes. Let's see the impact of it. Email will not go to anyone. There is no one in the target D. There is no one in the target D. So it will not send email to anyone. That is fine. That's absolutely fine. Then what's the problem? There is no problem for today. It might cause an issue for future. So let's see that. Okay, so you'll see I did not execute this. Now I'll bring it back. That is what I want. So I'll save it. Now let's see the impact of it. So it says that email is sent out, right? I'll go to Email Studio. As we know, we need to create a folder for tracking. It's always good to do that. But for now, I'll go to Tracking Sense. Under Tracking Sense, we know that it is in the root folder here, correct? We need to have a separate folder. We'll do that. Now, you'll see that birthday email July 4, 2024, it was sent on 12:13 p.m. Indian time. And it says that it is completed, but the email sent is 0. Email sent is 0. After 1 week, after 2 weeks, or after 15 days or a month, when you come back and you want to report it on this job ID, hope you remember you have created data views, right? That has a job ID. This job ID will show 0 cents. You will be not in a clear picture why it was 0. Why it was 0. So to avoid these kind of 0 cents, we will make use of the verification. Verification can be used in multiple different ways, okay? But one of the favorite use is avoiding 0 cents. I'll select this for now and I'll move it to birthday folder. I have to make changes. I will tell you those changes now. The first change is the tracking folder. I have it. Second important change is I need a publication list for promotions. Welcome email, student cases, don't worry about this one. I need a separate one called promotions. Birthday emails, all of them will be used through this, and I will be selecting public. It is a publication list, and I'm selecting the checkbox public, and I will be explaining this tomorrow. Okay, 3 important points which we have never discussed will be picked tomorrow. Now I need to reconfigure my activity. I'll go back to my Automation Studio. Let me refigure it out with that publication list and the folder. I'll go to activities. I can edit in the automation also. First screen, there are no changes. I'm editing the existing one. Select the message. Message is selected, don't worry. I'll scroll down, I'll go to next. This is good. Name is good. Folder is good. This is good. Next. So here I need to select the publications to promotions. And folder for this should be changed to birthday. And I'll be finished. Now, what will I do? I want to test it. I cannot just go and complete it. I have to test it in 1 or 2 records on master D, and then the rest of the things will play a role. So let's see. So let's take an example. Okay, today is 4th of July, right? So I'll just add those. So I'll add someone. So July it is 07, 04, 1990. One I'll go with 4, the other one I'll go with 5, the other person I'll go with 03. Okay, 3 days. All of them are 90. So let me randomly pick it. I'll go to my master D. That is where the actual data is stored. Don't forget that. And this is where I need to edit some records. I'll pick Chandra SFMC 1. This is my opt-in date. I'll pick Raju.Chandra and Chandra Patel. All the 3 are mine. I'll click on edit. And now I'll be adding those dates. 04, 05, and 03. So I should get only one record today. That too, which is celebrating the birthday today, which is 04. Tomorrow it should be 05. 03, obviously it is done. So yesterday itself the birthday. Remaining people we have to update it. Let's figure it out how to do it. My data is ready. Sample data, you have to create all these touch points. So this is what we call it as doing a project end to end. Email build, you have to do it. Data extension, you have to create it. Automation, you have to create it. You have to do anything and everything required for this project. So now I will run this and expecting one email sent, only one, and still it is not active. Select all activities, run and run. Step one, filter will run. Step two, it is not zero records, so expecting it will go to next and email will be sent out. So as you people can see, it is still running. So run once, run once. Oh, it gave me an error. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Why? Why it is an error? It is not an error since the data filter is using equals operator. If you go with equals operator, it is checking for date, month, year. Equals operator is telling it is false. I'll go back to my data filter and data filter. We can change it and run it, okay? We can change it and run it. We need not have to reconfigure it at all. So you can see this is equals operator. Edit this to anniversary operator. I have to make it as anniversary. Why? Because if you go with equals, it is checking for 14 November 1986. Is it equal to 14 November 2024? The answer is no. Use anniversary to check date and month. Okay. That is the reason I'm changing it to anniversary today. Save it. This is good. Now you can just directly go and change it. So this is how you learn it. Okay. It's not that you create it and it should be perfect. Okay. Have that patience, have that attitude of learning. You might do mistakes. Don't worry. Errors will happen. But you should rectify those errors, learn from the errors, and ensure that the people are not forgetting it. Okay. So workflow done. It is green. We are expecting one email to go out to Chandra Prasad with chandrasfmc at gmail.com. So I know that email will go out. I'll just switch it to Email Studio. I will show you that filter D first. It should have only one record. Which is that record? The one who is celebrating the birthday today. Who is celebrating the birthday today, which is Chandra SFMC. Interesting one should be the date. Birth date, July 4th, 1990. Fine. Today it is July 4th, 2024. This is the only record what you're seeing. You're not seeing the record which is July 3rd or July 5th. Chandra SFMC has received the email and it is stating that it is hooray, it's your birthday. Hello Chandra, hooray, it's your birthday. And remember, this is the free header, 15% coupon code inside. And the coupon code is here. I open the email. This is coming from this from name, as we know that we are using that. So with this, the project is completed. Okay. And you need to have data, or else what will happen? It will keep on checking for the days. If it is not having a record, it will stop you. Okay. Rest of the things we'll see how the things goes. That's absolutely fine. So with this is our simple project. And if you have any missing points, you should go back and ask your friends to do all such things. And along with this, we need to discuss our welcome journey. So with this video number 2, birthday phase 1 project is completed. Expecting that the people will be completing this within your tool also. Test it, understand it, understand the activities which we used and when to use it. Accordingly, you should even be in a position to answer these questions in your interviews also. Thank you very much.